brainwave is linked to genius abilities. Great ideas just come to you. You learn faster. Lucky things happen. NASA studied this brainwave, but we've all been ignoring it. So we're going to activate this brainwave now because it's not on YouTube or Google or any books on Amazon. My name is Dr. James Rivers. The breakthrough exploded when a colleague handed me a forgotten study by NASA. And stay with me, this gets good. NASA wanted to measure the brain power of future rocket scientists. So they studied a set of kids, and what they found shocked them. 98% of the kids scored at creative genius levels, the little devils. Nearly every kid had a creative ability to solve even the most difficult problems. You had that same power when you were a young kid too, by the way. 5 years later, NASA administers the same test to the same kids, except this time, only 30% of the children scored at creative genius. And by the time the kids were teenagers, only 12%. But what about us adults? How many of us still have access to our God-given creative genius, which could allow us to transform our finances, our health, our relationships right now? Brace yourself for this one. Given the same test, less than 2% of adults still had access to this super brain power. That means as kids, 98% of us had this super brain. But as adults, only 2% of us. As a scientist, I had to know what robbed us of this genius power that was once yours. People might tell you the school system, and there's truth to that, but it dawned on me. If I could discover what's really going on at the cellular level, then maybe we could reactivate that brain power in you. And I have good news. It turns out that we can. Because this brain power isn't about remembering facts from a textbook. It taps into your intuition. You have eureka moments. Difficult problems get solved with a great insight. And I know it's not a scientific term, but it's almost as if you become lucky, and things just start working out more and more for you in your life. As a neuroscientist for 34 years, the magic of the human mind never stops surprising me. But what I found pouring through the research stunned even me. You know how people say we only use 10% of our brain? Well, it's not accurate, but there's a seed of truth. It turns out if you look at a child's consciousness with an EEG machine, you can see their brainwaves. And what you see is kids have a very active theta wave. But when you look at an adult's consciousness, you see almost no theta wave. It's like it's been deactivated. And neuroscientists who have gone beyond the classroom know that people at the theta level tend to report many lucky things happening to them. Remarkable events, transformations take place at theta. Problems get solved. Genius happens. You might call it magic or good luck, but it's something different. It's almost like people who tap into theta can shape reality, and the universe has your back. It's because when you're at the theta level, several regions of your brain activate at the same time and connect to each other. It's like having a super brain. Let me explain. This theta discovery is the root of all our problem. Recently, colleagues in Japan found the famous flow state was linked to theta in an unbreakable chain. All athletes and musicians seek to be in the flow state, and so should you. Because the flow state is when you're in the zone and everything becomes easier for you. When Tom Brady throws a game-winning touchdown, he's in a flow state with theta. When Taylor Swift is performing for 70,000 people, she's in a flow state with theta. But you'd be amazed to discover it's not new. You can go back a century and still see leaders seeking theta. Thomas Edison invented a complicated contraption that activated theta for him. He wrote that this device solved his hardest problems for him. Have you ever wondered why so many billionaires say they wake up at exactly 4 a.m. and not at a different hour? Well, these billionaires know how their brain works. They're taking advantage of the theta brainwave, which is elevated when you wake up at that time. It makes deep and profound learning very easy, where you don't have to work nearly as hard. The theta wave is so transformative that in the lab, my colleagues and I refer to it as the genius wave. There's even research from Columbia University showing your theta could influence another person. This could mean that if you have more theta, you could bless your kids with it and pass it down to them. I want you to understand, this is the root cause of our problems and bad luck. We are born with miraculous human ability, but from the time we are born, the modern way of life systematically suppresses this genius wave, rendering it mostly deactivated. Our powers and destiny have been stolen from us at the neural level. Although my critics laugh when I say it, this is truly the great swindle of our lifetime. This is why it takes you so long to learn a new skill that could improve your finances, while a few lucky people can pick it up with ease. It's why you think of what you should have said after the conversation. It's why love and relationships go sour. It's why great insights and eureka moments come to others, but rarely to you. The deck was stacked against us, causing the God-given brainwave that could transform your life and luck to shrink and shrink and shrink before you even had a chance as an adult. And the longer this goes on, the more frustrated you'll feel. This is why so many people become bitter and